Hey guys, Guy from Red Rock Maintenance. So today is gonna be a great day. It's nice today. This week's looking awesome. It's like 25 to 27 degrees Celsius all week long, so it's been awesome. We're in shorts now, so it's all great. Today what we are doing, we're doing 2 window cleaning jobs. They're pretty big, plus the one customer at the one window cleaning job wants his deck cleaned. So we've got the power washer loaded up. We've got all our window cleaning stuff, got a hose just in case we need a longer hose. And I got my cleaner just in case we need cleaner. It is a composite deck, so I may not put the cleaner on. I may just use the surface cleaners to get the stuff off, and that's all I'm going to do with it. Maybe I'm going to see how bad it is, but it is a pretty new deck, maybe like 2-3 years old, and that's what we've got on tap today. As well, I hired a new employee this week. She worked 2 days this week. Next week she can only do 1, but after that she'll be working 3 days a week. She's worked out really well so far for the first 2 days. She fits in really good with our crew, and I'm glad I had her because we had some big days booked, and I don't know how we would have got those days done without having her. Alright guys, if you haven't done so already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to show you that power wash when we get to that first job. So here we are cleaning the composite deck. So I think I talked about it a little bit later on in the video, but when you're doing composite decks, you have to be very careful not to etch the deck. This deck is actually only about 3 or 4 years old, so it's pretty new, so it's in good condition. I've done other decks where they're really old, and you gotta be very, very careful with the power washing, especially with the wand that I have right now. You gotta make sure you go straight back and forth. And not stop in the center, because if you do, it will leave a line. I kind of stopped there, but this deck, it didn't etch at all. The newer decks don't seem to do that. The old decks do, but you do have to be careful with that. This one had quite a bit of mold on it, so it cleaned up really nice. Later on, I put the surface cleaner on to do the top of the deck, so it's a bit quicker. But I did go a little bit slow with this because it did have a lot of dirt in there, and I wanted to make sure I got it all out. Okay, so the power washer I'm using, it's the StihlRB400. This power washer has been fantastic. I've been using it for the last couple of years. The only thing I don't like about it is it doesn't have quick release on it. If I had realized that when I bought it, I probably would have not bought it. I would have bought this next one up. But the next one up is a lot more money and a lot more powerful than I actually need. So this one works good for what we do. So I'm going to see I just kind of do one step at a time, just kind of slowly go back and forth just to get it clean. The steps are kind of hard to do because you got to reach in all the nooks and crannies underneath the railings there. And as well as I was going along, I was trying to clean the railing too, because the railing had quite a bit of mold on it. So I was just trying to do a really good job and make sure you got everything off, because you don't want to clean a deck and then you see the railings covered in mold as well. So that's what I was doing. If you guys have any questions about power washing or anything, let me know in the comments below. I can answer questions that you have. So this is a composite deck, like I said. I didn't use any cleaner on this one this time because it was just coming off quite easy. If it was maybe older deck, or if it hasn't been cleaned for quite a while, I might have tried using like a mold cleaner and let that just help release some of the mold off to clean it better. But cleaning composite decks is completely different than cleaning wood decks. But yeah, I like cleaning these decks. Decks are one thing I do like to clean, and I find it's easy money, and it is a little tiring after a while. It does hurt your back, I find, leaning over with a wand like that to get close, because if you get too far away with the wand, it doesn't actually clean it that well, so you want to get a little bit closer. And the nozzle I think I'm using is the 15-degree nozzle, so it spreads out a bit further. I actually usually use like a 25 nozzle, which is a little bit thinner. It's got a bit more power to it, so I wanted to use a little bit less power, just so, like I said, so I don't etch the deck at all while I was cleaning it. So yeah, enjoy the video, guys, and yeah, thanks for watching. So this part, what I like to do is I like to go and power wash around the edges quickly, just so I've got a nice little area that I can go and put the surface cleaner up to, because the surface cleaner won't reach into the edges there. So I like to do that first, and then that will give me a little bit of a area where I can, have my little 2-3 inches of working room, and that I can just move easy and quickly that way. You can always just go back and do it after, but I like to do it first, just like that, then I can see what I'm doing. As well, I was just spraying the bottom of the deck glass there. I had a lot of mold in there. We wouldn't clean the deck glass after anyways, because we were washing his windows as well. So I just kind of did that, and then here you can see me just leaning over to get the other side of the part where you can't get it on the front side. And as well, you can see little plastic clips that just flew off. They actually go on the base of the posts. I probably should have taken those off before I started. Not all the posts do that all the time, but this one seemed to be doing that every time I hit it. So just a little tip: if you're going to clean the decks like this with the little clips at the bottom, make sure you take those off first so that they're not flying all over the property, and then you have to put them back on and chase them around. So that's one mistake I did make. Don't be like me and just put them or take them off at the start. All right, guys, I'll let you finish watching the video. All right, that clean job is done. It was pretty easy. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. The mold came out pretty easy. I didn't use any cleaner on it. Just straight water with the surface cleaner. And yeah, that's job done for today. If you haven't done so already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel.